becoming high value women is at the core of all of my content. And so what better way to express ourselves than through personal image? The presidential inauguration just took place and we have so many fashion moments to analyze. So in this video, I'm going to give you my take on the best and worst fashion moments from the presidential inauguration. Let's get started. In order of appearance, the first one that I noticed was Usha Vance. She is the vice president's wife. She was wearing this beautiful monochromatic pale pink coat, and we know from fashion trends that it is the color, the it color of the spring and this upcoming year. While I do think she's super trendy and she is obviously a fashion lover, I don't think this particular color fits her very well because her skin tone is darker, her hair is really dark, and from what I've noticed, and this is my personal take and I'm starting to be inclined towards it more and more, is that our hair color is a very good indicator of what colors we should wear. So in her case, I think more saturated colors work so much better because this pink pale really doesn't really do anything for her, flushes her out. The boots that she's wearing are this sort of mushroom brown. Again, I don't really think it was going very well with the pink. So I think the slouchy boots in general go better with pants. And so, because it just feels very rugged and feels very casual and more not very feminine. So the top, the coat was gorgeous, beautiful. I love the details. I love the embedded sort of scarf, and then she tucked it in a belt. Beautiful piece, just perhaps not on her. Now, if we would have seen that in a different shade, like a more saturated pink or blue or green or any other color, I think it would have matched her and fit her a lot better. Now, what I really like about the inauguration is that we get to see normal citizens dress up. And I really enjoy watching because usually what we see on a red carpet, those have, a whole army of stylists and makeup artists that prepare them. Not to say that, the politicians don't use makeup artists and their own stylists, but I feel like in Hollywood especially, those are the pros, right? So here in events like these where it's all political, yes, you're going to be on the front page of news, but the background of these people is more out of the eye of the public. And I really, really enjoy to see their take on it. So very excited to have her. Usha, I'm going to be definitely watching her outfits. If you've seen from the campaign, I haven't actually followed the campaign, but I'm looking through pictures of her and she dresses so well. Most of her outfits are saturated, which is what I think suits her very well. And she's trying, she had these beautiful flower, oversized pearl, I think, earrings to match that pink coat. Gorgeous. Again, I appreciate someone that is trying and puts themselves out there, even if it's a fail. At least they tried, right? Because staying safe in your little zone of neutrals and black and whites, and speaking of whites, and playing it safe is boring. So to be on such a public stage and be willing to express yourself, especially when it comes to fashion and colors and the different styles, I love it. And I really look forward to seeing what she is going to bring us. Next outfit, we have Melania Trump. Well, what can I say? Absolutely stunning. Her entire demeanor throughout the day was just reminded me of Jackie Kennedy a lot. Very elegant, very polished, and she really held herself together, very composed, and it was just a flawless performance from Melania. We know that she also enjoys fashion moments. She enjoys expressing herself freely through fashion. I know she got some criticism for some of the pieces that she has worn in the past, but again, I don't really think she cares a lot about what everyone else thinks, right? She is in that position, in that sort of supreme position where she sets an example and she's a trendsetter. Again, I appreciate very much when people are using fashion and not afraid to get out of their comfort zone to express themselves. Now, let's talk about the elements in her outfit. Her signature look contains the sky-high stilettos. Even in like frigid cold, she's still wearing, I think those look like 120 millimeters. Love it. This is what she wears all the time. In perfect shade of navy to match her coat. The coat itself, gorgeous, simple, and very nicely, tightly fit. She's in great shape, so we can see that. In fact, this whole image reminded me of Princess Kate. She looks very much like her right now in this image. The hat choice, I think it's an elegant approach to differentiate yourself from the crowd. She pulled it off very well, I think. I think she had a little bit of difficulty, a couple of moments there where her husband was trying to kiss her and couldn't really reach her without ruining her hair. Sleek bun in the back, again, very elegant, beautifully done. And the most important piece that I want to talk about is her undershirt. I'm not sure what she was wearing because she hasn't revealed it, but it looked like this beautiful white color. But then if you pay attention to the details, you will see that it almost looks like intertwined, almost like a braid, a braided shirt in layers. I have not seen anything like it. It is gorgeous. It is so elegant. Hats off to her. I think this is a great outfit. She had the leather gloves as well. Again, another point where she's trying to distance herself from everyone else, to be unapproachable. This is something that royalty does. And I highly enjoyed looking at her outfit. Now let's talk about the color choice itself. Is interesting. Navy is royal navy again. Very royal-like. And then a combination with opposites, which is white. So of course, she would normally pick, right, between the three colors, the navy, the white, or the red. I think this choice emphasizes, again, that holistic approach to the message, that she is elegant. She comes in second term with a lot more experience. She knows what she's doing, and she's standing her ground. And I just cannot say enough great things about this outfit. Love it. Next outfit, we have Tiffany Trump. She was wearing velvet coat, which looked like a dress as well. Very beautiful. I think it looks really flattering on her. I love the boots. This is exactly the type of boots that I was talking about that I wish Usha was wearing, which is really, really tight on her legs, to make it look very, very sleek and feminine. Now, I am noticing the red sole on Tiffany's boots, which means there are Louboutins. I think that's a little bit too much. By now, everybody knows about this brand, and this to me says logo, logo, and more logo. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's elegant. But then again, she represents a younger generation who is into logo, right? Into this whole fashion trend movement of matching your personal brand with fashion brands. So I get it. I think she's trying to stay on trend and relevant. Next outfit, we have Ivanka Trump. I mean, my goodness, she's probably one of my favorites. In general, again, the history behind that is I was following her way before her dad became president. So I'm not trying to make this political. I love her personal brand. She had a fashion brand before. She had the books, Women Who Work. So much history there on her values. I really like her. And so I always, in addition to, of course, she's a great, smart businesswoman. In addition to that, she has a very acute sense of style. She obviously loves fashion because she even had her own fashion brand. So, and I have her dress, by the way, love it. I wish she continued it, but so I'm always watching what she's wearing. And today, the outfit that she chose was very feminine. It was a two-piece suit. I love the belt around her waist. It was accentuated on purpose, very feminine. The pencil skirt, just all of it looked very chic. I thought the choice of color was this green teal, and to me, green is peace, right? So she's staying neutral and she's just there, seems to support her dad. She's sort of staying neutral. Her daughter was also wearing camel colors, which are neutral again. It's been so great to see the kids grow up, honestly. If we look back to 8 years ago, they were so little. Back to Ivanka, she also wore this very minimalist headpiece, which I found very interesting as a statement because, again, reminded me of Kate, actually. She wore something similar, beautifully done. The point of it is, again, to show elegance, and you can do it in a subtle way without being a cartoon with a gigantic hat on, right? Especially here in the States, we don't usually wear hats. So she tried to include that element without overdoing it, and I think she did a great job at it. Moving on to other members of the inauguration, we have Kamala Harris. Her signature look is a suit, a pantsuit. I feel like overall she is dressing, her personal style is more masculine, and it sort of stood out to me because almost without exception, all women were wearing some variation of suits and dresses. And so she stood out because she was very masculine with pants. I believe Hillary Clinton was also wearing a pantsuit. But for Kamala, I'm a little bit taken aback by the choice. Obviously, she could wear so many different things, right, at her fingertips. Yet she chose a suit, and the top had a zipper. The blazer had a zipper, not just like straight down. And then she had zipper pockets as well. Those are so casual, and my goodness, I wish it were something else. I did not think this is an elegant outfit for her. She could have done so much better. Like throughout her entire campaign, she dressed so well. You saw the beautiful silk blouses underneath her blazers. Even just that would have been better, I think. So again, I think the zipper takes away so much and makes it so casual. And this was an ultra elegant yet professional type of, I think, environment for her. Big no for me for her outfit. Let's move on to Jill Biden. My goodness, she is such a bright, shining star among the crowd, right? She loves to wear bright colors, and good for her. I love that. She has this blonde, bright yellow colored hair, which to me means that everything that she wears should be really toned down a little bit in terms of saturation. So whatever she wants to wear really goes. The choice that she had here, a bit too strong. I think it was outshining her a little bit. Purple means rebirth. So the choice that she had for the color is also meaningful in the message that she wants to convey. She had her pumps, matching pumps. If you see the shot from the back when she's walking away, it's sort of the perfect example, which I've been talking about. Is I'm not sure how tall she is, but it seemed that the height of her pumps were a little bit too much for her. I probably would have recommended a little bit lower, just because the way the ankle ended, and then you see the portion of the skin up until the coat, it's very, very short. And we see very little skin, and maybe because it's also the contrast of the colors of the shoes. Yes, it's matching the coat, but it's cutting her legs from the back, and it's actually making her look a lot shorter than she is. Perhaps she doesn't care about, looking taller and elongating her legs. From the front, I think it was a good look. Love the whole monochromatic outfit with the matching gloves as well. So it was overall a win. And now let's move on to the most talked about outfit, and probably the most criticized outfit as well, Lauren Sanchez's white top. First of all, she did her best. That's all I can say. Lauren's signature style is a very revealing, provocative look. And this, I truly think, is the best that she could do to cover herself up. If you've seen pictures of her traveling through Europe and Italy, my goodness, it's like if there's a standard here, then she will go right underneath it to look even more out there and more provocative. I mean, I've seen her literally in underwear and in like a bra and undies with a completely sheer dress on top, walking out of a restaurant. Yes, that is her level, her standard. And so considering that she was going to be among white politicians, she put on a blazer. This is an Alexander McQueen blazer. Absolutely love the style, love the shoulders. It's tailored very well, the hourglass shape. It's a beautiful blazer. I even like what she had underneath, which is this corset bra with lace. However, I don't think it's appropriate for this occasion and this setting. So again, this is part of her signature style. I think this is at most we will see her wear any clothes on, and this is who she is. And you know, at the end of the day, I don't really think she cares much about what I say, what you think, about really what the world has to say. She seems to really enjoy who she is, what she is, and she is not afraid to project herself in the way that she wants to. Again, she's at the level where she can pretty much do whatever she wants, and she seems to be confident enough to think she can walk around with that image. Next to her was Mark Zuckerberg and his wife. Now his wife, on the other hand, who is, I don't know what she does now, but I know she was a pediatrician before, and she is highly educated. She dressed so well and conservatively, and she was still elegant. And again, we're not all as comfortable in making public fashion statements as others, right? So it's okay. It's a personal choice. Now let's move on to a couple of ball gowns that we've seen later in the evening. Melania's white gown with this black sort of zigzag stripe on top of it. It was a very interesting choice. I like the white. Very elegant and clean. The black, obviously, to contrast. Black and white, again, it's a big trend this year. And it was, you know, we saw the collar on her neck, again, part of the trend. So she is definitely keeping up. However, let's talk about that stripe for a minute. I love how it is coming across her chest horizontally, right? But if you're noticing the way the lines align, they are not coming all the way from one side to another. It's actually showing us a smaller waistline because with our eyes, we're focusing on the black, not on the white. And so it's a great effect to minimize the size of her torso horizontally. And then it just goes straight down vertically. Incredible effect that's elongating her. So with that one line, she was able to make her torso shorter and her legs longer. So overall, genius outfit, whoever the designer was, very well put together. And yes, it's a big win for me. Now let's talk about the Liberty Ball dress that Ivanka wore, the black and white embroidery. You know, I'm a huge fan of Audrey Hepburn, and so the message behind that dress was an actual recreation of the dress that Audrey wore in Sabrina. Exactly with, you know, the gloves, the black gloves, all of it. Gorgeous piece. We all know that Audrey was a fashion icon, right? So for her to make that connection for us was, I think, a great message. Audrey was also an activist, so to have Ivanka relate to that, I think it sends a very powerful message. Overall, I really enjoyed watching her ball gown as she was walking because it was shorter in the front and we could see her shoes on display, which I love. I wish more gowns were built like that. And then so in the back, you can have the train, and a lot of the times we see these beautiful floor length gowns, and I like them, but I'm always curious what's underneath it. So I liked that she gave us a little sneak peek of that. So I hope you enjoyed today's take on best and worst fashion moments from the presidential inauguration. If you enjoyed this video, you're gonna like the next one where I talk about personal brand. I'll see you there next.